Okay, so for those of you unaware, typically and a lot recently, a lot of video games have been coming out with art books, which is like, the art of or the making of, showing the process and the creation of the world and the characters that inhabit, let's say, the video game or their movie. I had heard we were getting a The Art of Arcane book. I don't remember if we got one for season 1, but we were definitely getting one for season 2. And there's a lot in this book. There's so much in this book. Like, this book is going to feed us content for a while. And one of the things we're going to focus on today is this specific page, because I think it only really relates to this page. Hold on, I want to make sure that I'm not crazy. Does it only relate to this page? Yes. So we're only going to focus on this page for today. And this page has to do with Ekko. So we're going to read through the information on the page, and we're going to talk a little bit about the notes that you're seeing around the page that's in pink and blue. Those notes are from Jinx. I believe the art director came out before. I'm looking for the quote because I know that the quote is what led me to purchase the book, but I could have sworn that there was a quote from the art director that said that the notes that you see on the page, the scribbling that you see, is from Jinx. It is canon. Like, this is basically Jinx's interpretation of things that happened in the world. So you can say that while the art book for us gives us behind the scenes information, the art book for Jinx is more along the lines of a scrapbook where she basically, or a diary, I guess you could say, where she basically puts all of her thoughts. And as you know, our favorite ship that we watch sail into the sunset of another universe during episode 7 of season 2 is definitely the relationship between Ekko and Powder. Outside of that, when Ekko returned back to the main universe, we got that brief moment where he was attempting to talk with Jinx, to basically talk her off of the ledge when she was attempting to herself. Here's the thing. We've now learned that there was about 60 minutes of footage that was cut from the final episode. There was a longer sex scene for Vi and Caitlyn, which is wild to me. And then there was also a scene between Ekko and Jinx where he basically tells her about his journey in the alternate reality and how this version of Powder was fine with none of the crazy, that she was able to essentially live a normal life of love and happiness with Silco and Vonder and another version of himself and all of their friends. This book gives us a little bit of a hint into what may have occurred. You see, the more salacious of us, the more salacious of us was like, did Ekko at least get a kiss? Did he hit? What happened in the back end of their relationship? Because there is a toy. If you look at the bottom corner of this, I'm gonna try and zoom in a little bit. If you look in the bottom corner of this right here, she's wearing Ekko's jacket. There is a hot toy that is coming out of Jinx in Ekko's jacket, and the description for the hot toy is something along the lines of getting herself and Ekko ready for basically going to help the Piltover forces in the war to stop Victor. So this was definitely something that happened. And then there were a lot of people that were saying that the Jinx that we essentially saw, which was the depressed version with the mascara streaks running on her face that was tempting to basically off herself with the messy and crazy hair. When we end up seeing her again, homegirl had a whole new glow up. She had a whole new pep in her step. So a lot of people, me included, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm for the speculation. We're wondering if a little something happened on the back end between both Jinx and Ekko that we didn't just get to see. We get a little bit of it here, where we see the way in which she sees Ekko. Like, for instance, she writes at the top with the blue hearts, "Would you dance with me?" And then she compliments the fact that he's smart. Gives him a king crown. And this is the design that Ekko essentially has going into the final fight, I believe. I think he had like another jacket over here. Maybe he has like half his jacket on. But we see that he has the I didn't mean to go up. That's on me. There we go. And we see that he has the paintings from Jinx, such as the pink crown on his chest, a little bit of the painting on the lower parts of his gear, around his neck, stuff like that. And she wrote "Best Boy" on his page with his picture, which is freaking great. And we get a little bit better of a shot of how Ekko essentially looks going into battle in episode 9, with Jinx basically just designing the hell out of his gear. But the thing that I want to focus on the most is this down here, which is, she's like, "That's me." See if we can zoom in on this a little bit more. There we go. Where it's like, "That's me, Jinx," and they're holding hands, and she even drew like a little bombastic, the squiggle all around the fact that they're holding hands, and she has like a heart drawn right next to Ekko, and he has like paintings and writings all over his body. They got busy. I know we were speculating it before, but I will, in all honesty, say that after everything that Ekko went through, after everything that Ekko essentially sacrificed, I'm willing to give him this hypothetical here and say that he got a little something something. He got a little something something. He got a little something something before they went their separate ways, and he saved the universe, and she just left Piltover altogether. But I love this book. And like I said, I only really wanted to focus on this particular page. There is so much concept-wise in this book, like the different effects that shimmer can have on someone, the different designs for the body augmentations in Zaun. There's just Victor's commune, Silco and Vander. Like this book is fantastic. I have the ebook, so it's on my computer for right now, but I've already ordered my hard copy. It's going on the shelf. It's most definitely going on the shelf. Like, my man Silco looks so freaking demure here. There's another picture of, where is he? There's another picture of Silco. Everyone flying into battle during the final fight. Where is it? I know there's another picture of Silco that made me do a freaking double take. I remember how I'm always talking about duality, like that being a theme in Arcane, Zaun, Piltover, Silco, Vander, Vi, Jinx, Jace, Victor. There's always like this running. I'd even say Caitlyn and Ambessa, like this running theme of duality, and that's in here. So it's great to see that whole theory that I have in regards to duality also exists in this one as well. A question that a bunch of people had about do I think that do I think Silco would have adopted Vi if he had found her? Yes. If Silco had found Vi first, he would have definitely adopted both Vi and Jinx. Because they were the last pieces of one of his other best friends that he really cared about. And he was also aware of the fact that Vander was dead. So he knew that she wouldn't be able to survive on the streets, and he'd never have allowed her to be on the streets to begin with. The Art of Creating Vi and Powder, The Art of Creating Powder and Jinx. This book is fantastic. I'm telling you. And that's a better shot up here in the corner of Jinx wearing Ekko's jacket with the hood that she essentially creates. That's a really, really good shot of her wearing Ekko's jacket. And she even has a doll of I can't remember her name right now. Issa. She has a little doll of Issa inside the jacket, along with like all the bombs and all of the other weapons that she basically made and carried throughout the entire series. I'm one of the people that thinks that when she had like her hair down and it wasn't in the ponytails, it looked absolutely fantastic in every way, shape, and form. Like, she looked great in that. But where is he? Whereas there is a shot of Silco that made me literally pause other universe, Silco and Vander. Like the question being, um, what would have happened if Silco had found that letter that Vander had left him? Would he have basically given up trying to run the underground through the Chem Barrens, and would he have came back to Vander so that they can try and find a better way in order to run everything? Oh, here it is. Who is this? Who is this demure individual over here? Because we are used to my man over here on the left with the scar on his face. Who is this low-key coded individual up here? Like, you cannot tell me. I understand that Vi's mother, well, Vi and Powder's mother, was essentially just friends with both Vander and Silco, but their kids came out looking so coded. Her kids, I should say, came out looking so coded to her best friends. It's wild. Like, Vi is so Vander coded and Powder is so freaking Silco coded. It's not even funny. Like, my man was stealing hearts. Like, hold on. Where is it? It's over here in the corner. Look at that man. That man is fine. Like, if he had remained his normal form before he had gotten injured, that's just absolutely crazy. That man was a heart. Both him and Vander were both heart stealers back in the day. And then, of course, you have Vander transformed into Warwick. But yeah, this book is fantastic. It answers a few questions that we essentially had. It gives us a little behind the scenes shots of certain things, and it lets us know how Jinx feels about certain characters in the series. Because I think there's like a broken heart over Silco. Yeah, that she basically drew a heart next to him, a star next to him, and then the broken heart and arrow over his head, which is great. I am so happy they did not use this bald-headed design for this man. Thank God. Thank you, artistic God, that we did not get the bald-headed design for Silco or the greasy-haired version of him, and we got the character that we ended up getting altogether. But let me know what you guys think about like the art book. Are you going to be purchasing it? I hope you're going to be purchasing it. Like, if you know that you have somebody who's an Arcane fan, just get them the art book and just give it to them so they can have a little bit of fun flipping through the pages, seeing all the Jinx's notes all over the place so that we can keep on living inside of this delusion that both her and Ekko are both on that airship going off on adventures and just happily in love. But let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.